else I hear? Well, I'm in the bedroom and it's kind of dark in here, but I'm going to try and do some pours with resin. So there's my canvas, and it's just canvas like that, my tea. And I think I'll put this plastic under this canvas. I mixed up a few colors. I made it's supposed to be orange, and that's a blue and a purple and a red using some eyeshadow. Thanks, Peter Brown, for the information. I just have to add the slow hardener to one pump to each of these, and then I'm going to mix slowly. I learned I mix too fast and that messes things up. I'm going to just mix slowly. I'm doing this in the house because I can warm this room up to 70 degrees. Where it's been cold out lately and the shop is at 66. Okay. Thinking that might not be enough canvas. So let me get another one out. Put this one here. Put this one, another one over here. There. Okay. I wonder if a third one I should even have out. Maybe I should do that just in case. I was afraid to put all of the colors into one cup and pour it out together like I've done the paint, because I really wasn't sure what to expect with the resin. So I just poured one at a time. Ooh, that's pretty. Tell you what. Look at that. Whoa. I tried tilting the canvas to let it flow, and that didn't work as well as I was hoping. I had those 3 canvases out in case I had too much, and I was totally wrong about that, and I didn't have enough for one canvas. So I mixed up some more resin of different colors and I added those real quick, and that didn't turn out so well. And using the stick to help it flow didn't work either. Mix into it. Also, since I've done this, I've discovered a resin calculator online. I'll leave a link down in the description box for it. You just put in the dimensions of the piece that you want to cover and it calculates how much resin you need. It takes units in inches or centimeters and calculates it to ounces or milliliters. And you know what? I think I knew about it before I did this, but I don't know. The more I kept messing with this and adding colors to it, the worse it got. Okay, that's a mess. I finally got to a point where I just scraped it all off and I put that canvas aside and moved on. This over here, flip these over, and we'll start again. We'll begin again. Begin again. New one. And we have blue and pink. And I know now that that's not enough stuff, so let's make another blue and pink. So this time was a lot better because I had enough resin to work with. And even though it wasn't looking totally out of this world awesome and cool, it was looking so much better than the one I had just done. So I had hope that it may look okay. Oh, and I did run the torch over it a little bit to get rid of the surface bubbles. I like that it's a nice even layer of the resin over the canvas, but not too sure on that color yet. I know the lighting isn't the best, so we'll have to see how it looks tomorrow. And when I was using the torch, I burned that a little bit. Oops. Hey, so it's the next morning, and June is winding down, so I only have a few more days to celebrate. But this, I like it. And the resin, the TotalBoat resin looks awesome. Love it. One thing I did notice though is my material that I used for coloring, which is dollar store makeup eyeshadow. I forgot to pre-dissolve with the denatured alcohol. I remembered like the last cup I mixed up, but I should have done that with each color, and then I wouldn't have these pieces. You can actually feel them on there. Pieces of the powder left in there. But you know what? I think it looks cool. And then I'm wondering, because this doesn't have any cells in it, cells, you know, those little bubbles. And I'm not sure if I put some denatured alcohol in there, if it would have formed some of those cells, because that would have looked really cool. So I'm still learning how to do this, but I like it. And I did try another one. And to get this red, I used acrylic paint with the acrylic resin. And then I really like how this blue is all shimmery, but this one I think even looks better compared to that one. Just a different feel, you know what I mean? But there's no cells in this one either, but I didn't try it with the denatured alcohol. I'll have to figure out how to do cells with acrylic resin. And I don't want to forget, if you want to try out TotalBoat resin, if you use size corner, you'll get a 10% off discount when you purchase that. So anyway, I thought that was really cool of TotalBoat resin, and I've really enjoyed using it so far. So June has been my month of experimenting, especially in this pouring stuff. So this is concluding my 4-video series of acrylic pours. And it started off being just acrylic painting, and then it shifted into acrylic resin. And my favorite of all from doing all of that is to do an acrylic paint, and once that dries, then pour acrylic resin over the top. So far, that's what's looked the best, I think anyway. So thanks a bunch for joining me in this big old long series and experimenting with all of the stuff that I did. I am not an expert at all, but I think I did get better as time went on. I don't know. I don't know. So all I can say is thanks a lot for joining me, and just a few days left in June, so woohoo, yeah. And we'll see you next time. Bye. I put some verses on the back of these, and I picked verses that talk about the glory of God, just because I think that they look like glory to me. I don't know, I just thought it fit. I didn't put a verse on this one because I am throwing it away. And I didn't put a verse on this one because I'm throwing away this one too. But I'm keeping the rest. For this one, I chose John 1:14. And for this one, I chose Luke 2:14. And this one, Revelation 5:8. And this one, Philippians 2:11.